So in terms of right backs, we haven't necessarily got a huge variety that are absolutely must purchases, but Zambrotta could be one of them. Intercept, relentless, press proven, maybe questionable playstyle pluses, but at the minimum, I'm okay with trying him out. He obviously has got the 4-star, 5-star, controlled lengthy, and has the ability to play in the left back or right back. Now, he is going to be right-footed, so I normally like to go right-footed right back, left-footed left back, as that does go. Pace-wise, has always been fantastic with him. Passing, decent, dribbling, fantastic, and a solid amount of defending physical. Normally what you find with Zambrotta is he always needs that little bit of an upgrade from the base. If we go over to here, you'll be able to see that naturally when we get him at the very start of the game, he's nice for an 86, and I think it's mainly because he's so low in rating, you just expect a bit more when he gets upgraded. And I must admit the 87 was a bit of a letdown. That now is massive in evolutions, so the 93 has got to really combat with that as well. In terms of the other playstyles, we've obviously got rapid, block, we've got ourselves a bit of slide tackle, whipped pass, and a bit of long ball pass as well. When it comes to the roles, we got the fullback plus plus, which is my personal favourite, the wingback plus plus that I can imagine a lot of people's favourites, so it's always an interesting one to see what you'd actually prefer for the actual roles. But overall, I'm a big fan. He's coming in at 520 at the moment. Let me know down below, have you got him, have you packed him, or are you looking to buy him? And let's jump into some matches. Now, obviously, I don't really go too much on an attacking wingback, but I could kind of get behind it. I think a lot of people definitely do like an attacking wingback as well. At least somebody who is confident with the ball, can pass out, and most definitely is nice to kind of have that run off as well. Obviously, having a passing playstyle plus was always going to be a fan favorite way to kind of run with this sort of card, because obviously you need the passing to be able to kind of be in control of getting the ball up to your wingers as such. So naturally, that is the only thing I would suggest with Zambrotta, that you could potentially have waited and gone with, say, like the 87 and evolved him with better playstyle pluses, but naturally, you can't always get what you want with some of these cards. And naturally, he's going to be a decent card nonetheless. He's going to be able to get the ball, be able to pass it. He can obviously work up and down the wing. Like, Zambrotta's always been a fan favorite when it comes to being a fullback. So we know he's definitely going to have the stats for it and the body type. It's just whether he's kind of better than all of the other options. And most definitely we'll get more of them answers during Team of the Season, because naturally at the moment, like I said, there's only a select few that I would consider over a lot of these cards, to be honest, because naturally you're waiting for them triple playstyle pluses more so than anything. Nice. There it is. Look for the over the top. It's just not enough, is it? Get the ball. Oh, get the ball back at least. And there we go. Bring it back out. Get the ball across. Solid passer. I must admit, passing for him, that was terrible, has been decent enough, I must admit. It's one of them ones that I think he's got enough to kind of scoot by even without necessarily the massive amounts of kind of playstyle pluses. Get the touch. Nice. See what we got. I got cross the pond. Nice. Good pass in. Flick. Nice. Into the finesse. Good. Okay. I mean, I could see the bit of passing with him. It's always nice to see where his game's at. And I must admit, passing-wise seems to be a pretty strong point for him. Sees it out again. Get the cut inside. A little bit of pace away. Very nice. He's kind of got the whole game down, to be honest. Nice. He's always got that in his locker. Absolutely love it. Bit of pace. He's got it down the wing. Little one more into a bit of Zambrotta. Can he find it in? It's a good save. I thought we might have go for a little chance to see what that shooting could do. I could imagine every now and then he might get a little chance worth having a pop at. Looking for the through ball. Precise. I like it. Bring it back. And back again. Nice. Can we see a cross? That's where we kind of want to go for. Good pinch up. Can we get the header? Ooh, risking the pass there. And have to go back again and start the attack. Little inside. Again, he's going to go over the top and just missed out on that. Whoa, gets the tackle in nicely. Reads him like an absolute book. Oh, nice. Great turn. He's got some pace in him. He's also got a nice little stop if you really want it in him as well. Sees the ball across, looks for the ping in. Ronaldo finds his way up, but realistically, the crossing's kind of gone. It's just nice to know that it is possible. If you want to chest the ball down, that's going to have your better attribute, really, to be able to solidify anything off a cross. I must admit the first match did very, very well to hold that defensive line, managing to obviously get ourselves in, looking for a long-range shot, and also just be comfortable in the defense. I think with Zambrotta, like any sort of defender, not rushing him out massively is going to pay in its dividends. Like, for instance, Teo there. Potentially... Oh, that's a good goal. Potentially moving him out might be... Who on earth is that? Might be the worst thing that you necessarily can do with any sort of fullback, because naturally they will struggle to be able to kind of hold their shape in any way then. So holding him where he needs to be, he's got the pace to pretty much do anything. You want them to come onto you and you to kind of play with the midfield and have someone like, for instance, Gerrard or even your Hullets or anyone like that ready to make that tackle and kind of hold the midfield and let them be your defensive line as such. Oh, it's a great through ball. Draws him in. Cross goal. Good save from Casillas. That was a great through ball from Zambrotta. Stands him up nicely. Tries to make the overlap. Sees a bit of Dalglish. Can we find him again? I wanted to see the overlap, but Hullet's going to make on the inside this time. Good save from Casillas. Oh, but it works for that. Good block from him. He's just an absolute nuisance. Just being able to hold his own in that right back zone, especially with the talent that there is in that left-hand side now, is always very nice to see. So going into the overall form then. Honestly, as good as you'd kind of expect. From a right back's perspective, he's got everything you need. Whether you'd want different playstyle pluses would be completely down to how you personally play. Now, the way I see right backs at the moment is I'm ready for a team of the season one, to be honest. We've had Carvajal, who's been phenomenal, obviously with the triple playstyle plus. He's done excellent across the board for many, many months. Kimmich, again, whether you'd want him in the right back role or if you'd want him in CDM, I think he can definitely do a job. Thuram, Carfu, both incredible right backs, and obviously you won't really argue with them when they are coming in at the millions upon millions. Same with the Maicon. If you manage to somehow grind out that objective and really kind of got to it, you've probably sorted yourself a right back for a fair amount of time. But if you don't have the extreme amount of value that these do possess, or the talent to be able to have got that Maicon, which, to be honest, wasn't necessarily easy in the first place, then you're looking down at your Zanettis, your Zambrottas, maybe even a bit of Loriente. You could have even found an evolution for McManaman, or got a nice Walker, would have been a lovely option. For me, Trent wouldn't necessarily have been the greatest replacement. I do like him as kind of like a CDM type, but in the right back role, I don't know, I just don't really get on well with him. Vasquez, a brand new one, which, to be honest, if you asked me prior to the Arsenal and Real Madrid match, I might have said should have been a shoo-in potential to win the whole thing. Now, I'm questioning whether they can do it. They've got to bring it home, to be honest. But there's still a very good chance that he could be upgraded for what price you're basically putting him at. Then obviously you got the Kyle Walker at 840, so you can kind of see, if you're not necessarily looking at the absolute massive prices, Zambrotta actually looks relatively decent at 500, just over. So would you go and buy him right now? I personally, before team of the season, would still say probably no. Just because if you've managed this far with an Evolution right back, an SBC right back that you've got, anybody across them lines, then you more than likely should be able to last a couple more weeks till we get to team of the season. Now, is Zambrotta well worth the coins? I think yes, 100%. I think what you're getting back is brilliant. If it wasn't so close to team of the season. Remember when we look at these and kind of think of like the Galazzos, they went down in price so hard straight after team of the season because they couldn't do anything. So if I go to this, will it give me the Galazzos? because they were kind of there and they were brilliant. They were great upgrade cards. Obviously, they were double play star pluses because we didn't know anything about them until then. But say if we go for like, if we go an Ashley Cole, for instance, so he'd have been relatively decent at that point. But you could probably guess the point. So you've got him at the week, and then literally within that next week, he drops down massively. Like, I know obviously the first couple of days he will do, but you can already see then he kind of climbs up a little bit and then absolutely plummets again. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be instantaneously. It will take a little bit of time, but by then you could have packed a right back, a centre back, somebody that might have given you that little bit extra rather than necessarily having to pay for it. So let me know down below what you think. I think he's a good card. I like the intercept. I think the relentless is fine. Press proven. I mean, I would have gone for something other. If you're going for an attacking wing back, a whipped pass, a slide tackle, a rapid, a quick step, a block could have been a nicer option, but he's got the stats to kind of bring it forward, which is nice. And I do think as a solid right back, he could get you through the fair portion of team of the season. But let me know what you think, and I will catch you all for the next one. Peace.